Yo, it's your boy DT. I'm here on DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. And today I'm joined by two of my guys. Know these guys forever. Y'all probably seen them on the show with me a couple times before. Known them a decade now. Almost a decade. Has it been a decade? It's been a decade almost. We've been coaching forever together, right?
We coached for at least 8 years.
Long
Been longer than a
time.
It's
decade.
been a decade.
long
Okay,
time.
been a decade. Well,
I'm tired.
I'm glad these guys joined me. Our first show here in my new studio, DT studio is what it is. DT's on y'all see right here. I got my boy to my right, to your left, KDH. Welcome to the show, man.
What's going on, everybody?
All right, and to my left, which is your right, I got my boy Roach,
Not much. I'm good.
and they represent the Band Aid Boys podcast platform. So, real quick, what we're going to talk about today is, of course, what's going on is the NBA playoffs. And we already know somebody gonna say some dumb shit before.
If you're
But
wearing the
That
hoodie,
goes. You're wearing the color black.
Yeah, I'm wearing black, but
that didn't change anything.
because you wearing black too, because you're
Where?
black.
Where? Okay.
Skin.
So this is a race thing. Okay.
It's always a weird thing.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
It's always weird. It's always weird.
always-
So real quick, what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump into it because we're gonna try to keep this down to like the hour, hopefully. We
If you
try.
said something crazy, it's going past an hour.
Well, we know you're gonna say something crazy, so it's going to go past the hour because you're
Ain't
gonna
no
say
woman
something.
like the one I got.
As soon as we start talking about that culture down in South Beach, we know some
And you
shit.
know what time it is?
But let's be quick. Let's do a recap
It's cold.
real
over there.
quick. Let's do a recap. We'll keep it short because we ain't gonna jump into it. So we seen the play-in games this early this week. We got to see the your LA Lakers.
When did they become my Lakers?
Your Lakers versus the Pelicans. Well, not your Lakers. I'm sorry. The Los Angeles Lakers versus the Pelicans. What, gentlemen? What did y'all think about that game?
Blowout. That was my assumption. Pelicans don't have enough. They ain't been healthy. I didn't see that going nowhere.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If Zion didn't get hurt,
They still lost.
no, I don't think
They
they would
still
have.
lost.
What you thought?
They
It was
still
a big
lose.
difference in the fact that if Zion didn't get hurt, they would have had him in the game. But also, they didn't. I didn't play for the last 5-6 minutes at least.
Last three, he went out.
He wasn't
3 minutes,
scoring.
something.
No, Bi was out before then. I'm saying I don't know if it's just because of the fact that he's coming off the
He
injury.
ain't score.
Huh?
He ain't scoring.
No, CJ wasn't scoring.
See, but the momentum, it was 40-22 run. No, I think they would have. If Zion was staying again, they would have won again.
The only reason I say no is because at the end of the day, LeBron was BS. You got Jose Alvarado on you for about 5-6 possessions. We can't get a bucket off it. We're really just gonna sit here, throw the pass early, sitting there. You can't even drive on Jose Alvarado, who is probably 5'10". He's probably the same height as me. I don't know, maybe 5'5", 5'6". I can't tell.
About to say, because when were you ever 5'10"?
I grew over the summer, but but I'm just saying, LeBron 6'8", bro. Go watch the end of the game. You got LeBron sitting there posting up Jose. Can't get a bucket.
It's the
Y'all
double.
BSing.
It's the double team.
Y'all BSing. But
He's-
if they lost too, it's like
Who's the Lakers shooters?
who their Lakers shooters? Austin
The
Reeves,
Twins.
They damn near
The
face dark.
twin after the day.
a spot up.
You
I don't know about
actually
AD.
regularly scheduled programming. Who are their shooters? Because I mean, they were damn near face guarding
Reeves.
Austin Reeves. They were damn near face.
Yeah, they're going to. They can't let him out.
You letting Torian Prince shoot?
Yes.
My point exactly. They did the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, but he wasn't towards the end of the game. It was still the same group, same five they started with: Roy Hachimura, Andy, and Austin Reeves, and LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron couldn't stop.
Was Tory not in
Oh.
there?
Zion,
No,
no, he wasn't gonna stop.
Look,
But
Zion
the
was
thing-
going 1-on-3, still scoring. Going to the
I mean-
left, not touching the right.
At all. I mean, he's forcing his shots. He got a couple because ain't nobody about to get in his way. But you're
You that
forcing.
big.
Well,
Nah,
LeBron
hold
did take a charge.
Yeah, he ain't take another one.
I ain't
He
going.
ain't take another
That's the
one.
first time I see that girl man fly.
And not only fly, the man stayed on the floor. He said, "Hold up, now. That age kicking in. That used to be me. I can't do this. I can't do this."
So no, I'm gonna just say this. I get what you're saying. I think if Zion would never been injured, he stayed in the game, they would have won that game because the momentum was shifting towards the Pelicans. I'm just sorry.
Can't argue that one.
It's a game of runs.
It's
Pelicans
not
got
even
their
that. It's
run.
just the Lakers. I told you, to me, the Lakers are really highly inconsistent. But when you take Zion and Bi off the court, CJ's already missing. I mean, they put up a fight the entire time until the last minute and a half game, 2 minutes of the game when they just opened it up. But I mean, you add those two in the game, it's a whole different ball game, especially in the last 3 minutes.
Well, I still think of it like that. They're not stopping AD and they're not stopping LeBron.
That's great, but
But
they
you
were
had Trey Murphy and Herbert Jones sitting there for defense trying to stop something, and it's like they had their few possessions, which made also they scored a couple times off those transitions. But it's like Bi is not a great defensive player. He's like, and his one-on-one game against that game was terrible, and that's his game. He's a one-on-one player.
Mhm.
So like, he was terrible. Zion's forcing everything with his big body because he's going to use his size. But you doing that is no different than all the guys that use their size, use their jumping
Same
ability,
time,
use their
like,
speed. They
even
get
though-
injured.
Even though you believe they're terrible defensively, or as of right now, they were terrible defensively.
When have they ever been good?
It's decision making.
Who?
Pelicans and defense. Name me a time where they've been good. The only time I can argue.
AD on the team.
That's the only time I can argue. That was back in.
Jonas Valanciunas is he really stopping anybody? No.
What's that got to do with defense? They ain't got no defense.
I'm saying they haven't. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Let's jump on to the next game. How disappointed were we with the Golden State versus Sacramento?
I had the Kings winning.
You had the Kings win?
Yeah,
I
I
felt-
text you that.
I went to sleep
the game.
before the game even started. I was tired, but I wasn't surprised.
I got receipts. I said Kings.
He did.
There's
He said all his picks before.
Yeah, I said all my picks because we had the limit at work, so I called all my picks. And Kings, I had beaten Golden State simply because Golden State, even if we want to do the whole Draymond slander, they're not the Golden State that we're used to seeing.
Hold on.
They're
How
passing.
is it Draymond slander?
I mean, because
It's not slander.
it's
It's
not
the truth.
all. The thing is that we do in basketball a lot of times, it's always blaming one person. When in reality, it's a group of people that aren't performing. If you go 0 for 10, we're not going to see, oh, well, it's not that.
We're not saying Draymond the reason why they lost that game. We're saying Draymond's the reason why they in that position.
But you can't. That's like in any basketball. We can always sit here and say we know it's not at the end of the play. It's still of all the things that happen throughout the game.
But
we
it's still
understand that.
Draymond's fault.
But during those moments when those matters that we consider clutch, that we consider this, that, those are the matters more than what happened in those past games. Does it not? For most of basketball fans, if Kobe drops 10 points in the fourth quarter and was 0 for 7 the rest of the game, does anybody care?
Okay, let me say this: Clay
0 for 10.
Clay was the reason why they lost it. Steph didn't have a good game either. However, the reason why they in a situation fighting for a playoff spot was because of Draymond. Y'all cannot look past that. Draymond caused this on his team. He brought this ruckus. And that's why I tweeted. I said, people, and you are a person probably portrayed. I said, y'all who are defending Draymond action, saying that he's not the reason why they're in this situation, y'all need to reconsider what y'all think. Because if Draymond would never choked out Rudy Gobert, if he would never kick, what's his name, try to knock it, what if he did kick him?
Nah, he did a 360 spin.
Yeah, they would just say if Draymond, let's say for instance, how many games Draymond missed this season?
26, 27.
Out of a suspension?
Yes.
Suspension probably at least 10.
No, he way more than that.
It's like 10.
Like
'Cause
20. He like close to 20.
He missed at least almost a month, some change.
Okay. They would have won half of them games, at least. I would say give them half. They wouldn't been in play. And then they would have been like 50.
He's
They
right.
won half of those if you'd have played.
Okay. What happened last year?
But what I'm saying is, if they was in that situation, they wouldn't been planning to play. They would been rested.
Last year,
Considering what they were last year, they happened last year. They played the Lakers. Everybody says Lakers trash. What happened last year then? When they had everybody. What happened last year? Did they win?
It was LeBron. I mean,
No. We're not going to sit here and call out LeBron.
But we can't go back to
You know what I'm
last year.
saying? But
We're talking about now.
We're talking. If you're going to go back and say, "Oh, they would have won all those games," what
I
happened?
think he would. So let me ask you a question, KD. Let me ask you a question. If Draymond would have played all 30 again, you think he would have lost all on one set he was there? You think he would at least won 15 to 30? Because they had a bad record without
I
him.
don't know. On the aspect of how they win or lose. But if we're going to go based off of how they're saying, "Oh, how did they play when he was gone?" That right there determines, can y'all do it without him? Regardless of it. Now, if we want to say his shenanigans and stuff was the reasons why they couldn't gone farther or they couldn't have got a secured spot, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, has that changed from when he first came in the league? Has that changed from how he's been known for getting tech? There ain't nothing new.
But let me say this
Every
thing.
year. He lost a whole championship from getting a tech when he kicked what you call it?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go back to something we talked about, and I'm gonna give you credit what you said, because you remember me, Roach got into an argument that time. We got to get on the phone about Draymond Green, and I said he wasn't a deciding factor. He wasn't critical for the team, and I argued on that. He said he was. I'm gonna say you absolutely correct. I go back. and say, yes, Draymond's the second best player on the team. I'd say right now, he is second.
Right
best.
now,
Yeah, he's second best
Yeah.
player on the team.
he's the best
Because they
defensive
need-
player.
And he's second best because he does so much. Steph, of course, we know he's number one.
Yeah, that's an
Unfortunately, Clay, he has his
Injury.
up and down, but he's
injury.
Yeah.
Can't
he's
do
not
nothing.
gonna be the same.
He won't. It's injury. It's nothing you can do about that.
So I'm gonna get. I tell you, man, you was absolutely correct when we argued about that. I was heated because you said I said no, Draymond is not. I said take Draymond off that team. They'll still be a good team. I'm gonna say right now, no, you take Draymond off that team. They won't be the
They
same.
don't win those championships. Just
They
being
won't.
honest, they wouldn't.
But they need something better than Drake. Well, we'll jump
We'll
into that.
jump
We'll talk about that
into
during
Yeah, I
we'll
got
talk about that in
you.
the off season. We're gonna sit to play out. So that's
But it is their off season.
yeah. Well, so yesterday we had the who did we have play?
Miami versus.
Oh no, Miami versus Philly. So we in the group
Floor.
chat. In the group
take
chat.
the floor.
In the group chat.
Take the floor.
I mean, you were both on the same boat because
I have to take Jackson fast because they not hot.
They're not.
I had, and I told you in the group chat what I'm saying. I wanted Miami to win because I felt like Miami would be better suited going
They
against
screwed me.
the Knicks than Celtics. But now y'all in a predicament with Jimmy Butler. So how did you feel about that game? Because y'all had the momentum at one time, and then
Up 18, was it not?
how you feel about that game?
We play like shit. What you mean? There's no excuse for it. They just play like shit. You shoot the ball that bad. You doing your job as far as making Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey take tough shots, but then you let Nicholas Batum see one go in, then another, then another, and another. Well, you know he's what 6 for 10, 7 for 7 for 3. Without Nicholas Batum,
Good. Yeah.
without
And 17
the
points.
one game, Nicholas Batum.
Y'all let that happen.
They did. Nicholas
Nigga,
Batum.
Yeah, nigga, Batum like LeBron out there. He
I
like
mean,
LeBron like
when's the last time he had a
He
game like
was
that?
James Harden. He ain't never left.
When's the last time he had a game like that?
Charlotte.
Nicholas Batum.
Maybe a Clippers, maybe one game, but
Excuse me.
he's known for making people that ain't never
Hey,
seen play
hey,
good.
hey,
Well,
hey.
shit, they definitely let
I
that
have
happen.
nothing to say. If, like I said, I explain to them all the time. The thing with Miami is the reason we're so bad or just up and down in the regular season is, but if you can go look at our lineups, players, whatever it is, nothing's been consistent. Every single year, we barely have our starting five for even 20 games on a solid basis. Terry Rozier's out right now. Before he gets to that game, he's out 5-6 games. You go for that. It's nothing consistent with Miami right now as far as the regular season. So you get to defensively wise, I'm going all around, but when you're playing with as far as like just being consistent on a defensive basis or consistent on offense basis, it really technically hasn't been there. But for the past 4 years, whatever it is, we figured it out in the playoffs. We get the job done some way, somehow. We get the job done, whether you like it or not. So the inconsistency showed up.
Well, the inconsistency starts when one of your main players, who is the star player, the number one player team, said he don't take the regular season serious, and he turned up in the playoffs.
I don't even care. Like I don't.
But-
care.
but
I don't
that's-
care. I'm saying, I don't care what Jim Butler says about that.
But he's part of the problem. The reason I say because he takes games off, which games y'all shouldn't take, because if he have the games, which he wasn't injured, he just decided to play. He y'all will not be fighting to the same thing I said about Golden State. Y'all will not be fighting for playing.
You're right. At the same time, we don't have Tyler Hero for how many games?
I mean, you know. I don't know.
I don't keep up with that,
It was a
man.
good extent. It was
There's no hero of mine.
It was 20 plus. I'm pretty sure it was 20 plus games. I think Jimmy was out for how long? With his
That's
injury?
nothing new.
So with his injury,
With the injury of Jimmy, I have no idea. I
they're
didn't keep up.
both injured. So I'm saying different periods of time. Tyler's your second leading scorer. Tyler's your second leading scorer. Jimmy's your first leading scorer. Then you get traded for Terry Rozier. Anytime a team trades, they have to figure it out. The first
I mean,
five,
but they got
the
the same
first
squad
six-
they've had for the past
first
4
six
or 5
games-
years.
okay, but Terry Rozier's a whole new player in the system.
But he didn't play.
What? He's
And
a new
against
player
we're
in
talking
their
about
system.
Philly game. That's what he
We're
has.
talking about
Talking
Philly game right
Talking
now.
about the Philly game. He didn't play.
He gets there first when Terry Rozier gets there, they go what 0 for 6. Now I said
Okay.
now he's in the system.
Philly game.
Philly,
game.
okay, Philly game. I said, what have we been consistent with? He's not even in our
Well,
lineup.
You
Y'all
have the
been
same squad for the past.
No, we don't. Our starting
only
as of right
add
now,
was
Kyle
James.
Lowry's gone, Gabe Vincent's gone, Max Strus is gone. Terry Rozier's our starting point guard right now, right? Okay, my bad. Tyler Hero wasn't there when Terry Rozier's even here. So you're talking about the same squad. Nothing's been consistent. You have Jaime Hawkins
Who
here
was
now
your
too.
starting five in that game? Tyler Hero, Jimmy
Uh-huh.
Butler, Jaime, who was just added. That was that. Highsmith. Am I wrong?
Hey, he was just this
Am I
rookie.
wrong? And who else? Who was their fifth?
Bam.
Bam. Who has changed within out of those five? What players are really new?
Okay, go to the bench. Because
Hold on, hold on. I'm
Jaime's
saying
new.
out of that
Jaime's
five,
new. Jaime's new.
Jaime's a new
Okay,
one.
Jaime's new. Okay.
Okay. Outside of that, you've had Jofa for 2 years now.
Oh, my bad. No, because Jovic starts.
So Jaime didn't even start.
No, Jaime
Okay,
comes
so
off
you
bench.
so you still
Nikola
have the
Jovic,
same people for the
Nikola
past 2 or 3
Jovic,
years.
Nikola
Y'all
Jovic.
should have figured it out, and y'all did
Nikola
first half.
Jovic, Nikola Jovic, Jaime Hawkins, DeLon Wright. Who else we have? We had Kevin Love. We had Duncan didn't even play.
I just realized he didn't play.
Duncan
No.
he didn't touch the floor.
Why? 'Cause you know me.
I don't know. It's all
That's
the
what I'm
lineups
saying.
have always
They
been
have the rosters that they've been having. They
Like I
just
said, I'm
added
not gonna-
pieces.
I'm
But
not-
I feel like the difference in that game was y'all had the lead. Y'all thought it was sweet because it was
not-
Philly, and sure enough, you let Nicholas Batum go off. You let Joel Embiid get to the free throw line. You let all this happen, and they come back after a 16-point lead.
So with
Come
Miami,
on now.
there's been nothing consistent. You like I said, I don't know why he didn't play. I don't know everything about the game plan. I said there's no excuse for it. They should have won. You're up 15, whatever it is. You should have finished the game like lead off. Joel's already still coming off injury. He's still not what it is. Tobias didn't do anything. You had everything in your hands. You just didn't finish the job. Point blank, period. Philly figured it out. They found a way how to do it. Okay, cool. Now, honestly, I mean, if you're going to further, Philly has the easiest route to get to the conference finals if they can get past New York. And I'm probably saying Cleveland's win that series versus.
But they play either Milwaukee or.
I mean, I keep thinking. I'm sure.
But we go let's jump on that. We're gonna talk about
the game.
But
okay, so let's jump into the net. We go because we'll spend a lot of time talking about that game. Were you shocked with the results of that game? First of all,
no.
the Philly
Yes,
on 76
yes,
game.
I expect
No.
the Heat to win and finish the job. I mean, there's no way fans supposed about it. They should not be Philly.
Shocked? No.
I'm not super shocked because, like I said, Miami still has mediocre players. They just know how to mesh very well together.
They defense. They
It's
defend the
like
zone.
they
That
have a
zone.
anybody
And-
can score
and-
type
And
offense.
with Miami,
That zone gives Embiid trouble.
the zone
he
gives a
can't
big
run.
problem. But like I said, Miami always has this problem in their system for like 5 or 6 minutes in a game or like twice a game. They just can't score. Like the first quarter, 5, 6 minutes, they couldn't score. And then I don't know if it was in the third or when it was, but they couldn't. I think it was the third when they went around. They couldn't score. And it's not like Philly's locking them down. They're getting shots. They just can't score. And it's been like that for a minute. That backfires.
So the next game we're gonna talk about, and we can keep them real quick. The Hawks versus the Bulls.
I didn't even watch it.
I mean,
I didn't watch
I'll be honest. I watched pieces of that, and I flipped to one of my shows I was watching.
40?
So,
Kobe White for 40?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I thought I thought the Hawks gonna win. I'm being honest. I just thought the Hawks were gonna win because I felt like I don't know. You know what?
Bulls.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I felt like no. I'm just being honest. I thought the Hawks were gonna win. That's it. I ain't got much to say on
Is
that.
it because you
I'm
live
like-
in Atlanta?
Hell no. You don't cheer for the Atlanta team. The only team from Atlanta I cheer for the
Man, I
Braves.
see you with a Trey Young jersey on yesterday.
You ain't never seen
got
no
one in
train.
his living room.
I burnt it and put in the fireplace. I ain't even got a fireplace.
All right,
but-
now. Don't get banned.
I wouldn't have. First of all,
Don't get banned from Arena now.
I don't like Trey.
Boosie
Yeah,
gonna
we
be at your
heard what
door.
you said. He ain't coming to Atlanta Hawks game.
No, I don't. They can't ban me because I can watch the opposite team play against them. So, okay, we're gonna jump off that. We'll move on from that. We already know how they went. So, real quick. So we know we got 2 playing games tomorrow. We got the Miami Heat versus Chicago Bulls without Jimmy Butler, and I think what's his name gonna probably play. What's the white boy name on the Bulls?
Bruce
Crusoe?
Yeah,
They
Crusoe.
say he's
I-
doubt- they
he
say
played
he's
last
doubt-
game.
they say he's doubtful.
doubtful about
They
that.
say he has a bad foot sprain.
But they said they ain't ruled him out yet. But who y'all got winning that game?
Miami should still win that game.
Without Jimmy,
Tough. Miami should still win that game.
it's tough.
We are way deeper than the Bulls.
It's not even on deep on the aspect. Like I said, because when it comes to the playoffs, you got to play the starting 5 if they're serious are going to play 40 plus. That's the 5 you got to worry about. So if I'm going Miami 5 with no Jimmy versus Bulls 5,
You still got Tyler and Bam.
yeah, Bam, I give in the playoffs. He's like that. Tyler, you know how I feel about Tyler, and his stats show he don't show up. He just don't. I mean, what did he shoot yesterday?
We ain't gonna talk about that.
What did he shoot yesterday?
About like 8.
6 for 22. And that was by third.
It was like 8.
That was by third.
It's
Quick question: did they really get in an argument for real?
Who?
Heard about the room that him and Jimmy got in an argument about that. That's true. Do you think?
Lord knows, doubt it.
Huh?
Doubt it.
Nah.
Okay, you got to make sure you talk to
My bad. My bad. I said I doubt it.
Okay.
I'm over here looking up the tally here, but I forgot they don't keep the scores on ESPN because they don't consider the playing games
Yeah.
a stat.
Yeah, it's not. The stats don't count.
So
So Jimmy Steals didn't really count.
Like
They
they
were
were talking
boosting
about-
up.
they were talking about Kobe White scored 42 yesterday, but technically since the game's not counting the stat book, his career high is 37.
And I know nobody from ESPN is watching this, but if anybody from ESPN watching it, can y'all please get rid of Doris Burke and JJ Redick? Please, can we? That like the worst
Where
duo.
did this come from?
Because I just thought about the show.
So
No, it's just part of my head. I hate listening to them talk. They're like the worst.
Just
Real question. Do you listen?
That was
Do
just
you listen to JJ and LeBron talk?
I have not watched that show. I'm not going to watch that show.
Why is
I
that?
don't want to say because I don't. First of all, I don't respect JJ Redick. I don't respect nothing he says. He's almost on the same level as Gilbert Arenas. They say idiotic things, and I don't.
I'm not gonna hold you. Gilbert be spitting that truth. He be-
No. Sometimes he do.
Gilbert be
But I
talking
just
that
don't
talk.
like calling games. I was almost ready to strangle myself listening to Doris Burke and JJ Redick.
Watch the goddamn game.
But you hear them talking.
Mute it.
No, because you can't mute it. I want
JJ.
I want Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy back. 'Cause they was hilarious. But okay, so the second game tomorrow we got is the Pelicans.
Yeah.
And Sacramento. Who you got winning?
Pelicans.
I might go.
Actually, no. Is Zion out? What
Zion's out.
He's out.
was his injury?
I don't know,
Parent leg.
hamstring.
Yeah. Parent hamstring. Yeah. I'm probably go Kings.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we seen Zion play up at Lake Point when he was in
Yeah,
high school?
yeah.
You was there. Well, you were there.
We all
We was in the press.
He's still a monster.
I
but
mean,
it's
he's still
like,
one of the press.
you could tell.
But no,
he
at that
didn't have
moment,
to do anything.
that moment, that's when we realized those hoop pages, they would always say, "Oh, he dropped a 40-point triple double." Like, this man dropped 16 points,
Not even.
7 rebounds,
They just
and a couple assists, and that's it. He had a couple highlight dunks, but that's it. Like,
Yeah, they don't really drop what they say they
seeing
do.
it's different seeing somebody in person than what they say online.
Do you? And I want. We could talk about this later in another future show. But I just want to question: do you ever think you're gonna play a full healthy season?
You don't consider this a healthy season?
No, not.
What do you play? 73 games?
No.
Zion played 73
It
games.
was 65
He
plus.
probably on,
played-
he
no, he
probably
played a
two- he probably
lot.
play on 2K.
No, Zion played a lot. He didn't
Bro,
miss
how
much
many?
games. Am I bugging? I could have sworn I just saw the statistic because him and Anthony Davis they showed it.
How many games? You
No, he played 70 this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a healthy
Yeah.
season.
That's
Yeah.
healthy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
70.
that's last year he played 29. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
is this not a healthy season?
But for Zion, this is a definite.
That's
No.
not-
This is a perfect
We
season.
talk about this all day.
This is a perfect season.
Anybody plays
Because
70
they
games.
consider this okay. Perfect. Okay,
It's a perfect season for Zion. It's like you can't get no
Yeah,
better.
because him and AD. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
'cause they're
you're
talking
right.
about-
I don't watch Pelicans. I'm be honest.
Nobody watches
watch
Pelicans.
Not even the Pelicans watch the Pelicans. And then I mean, I'm cool with Antonio Daniels because he's pretty cool on Twitter, but nobody watch. And I know he's a announcer for the Pelicans, but nobody. Okay, so let's jump into the Eastern Conference real quick because we got some good games coming up. We got the of course we know we got Philadelphia 76ers versus the New York Knicks in the first round. We got the Milwaukee
That's-
Bucks versus the Pacers. Then we have,
Oh.
as we know of right now, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Orlando Magic. So
real quick.
I just had to show you that real quick. That was his last game.
9 for 27.
Yeah, it was bad. Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. On the spot. Milwaukee or Pacers?
Name it.
Honestly.
Okay. Now I gotta do it on the spot because we ain't talking about it, but I will talk about that. But we ain't gonna jump on the spot today. No, I'm gonna keep it 100.
No, because you just bought the game up. That's why I said
No, I would say I would preview all the games.
okay.
He said he put me on the spot like that.
Like
He said, I'm saving that for last. You out here.
I just simply like, hey, let's talk about Milwaukee and the Pacers first. No, man, come on.
We
So
talk about Miami first.
we gonna jump on. Let's talk with Cleveland, Orlando. What you think about?
Cleveland.
What you think about this? You think
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
I think
That should be
Cleveland.
close.
It's not even. It shouldn't be close.
Should be close.
Like
They're healthy, correct? With Donovan Mitchell back.
Cleveland should be healthy, if I'm not mistaken. I have not watched much, not too much of the last half.
Let me look what they see.
After
they've done
Memphis
this
kind of
regular
pissed me
season
off,
against
and
each other.
I've been watching Dallas, and that's who I'm rolling with right now. But anyway, if everybody's healthy, from what I can assume right now, I'm taking Cleveland. But I'm not gonna sleep on Orlando. I mean, they're hooping. I'm not gonna lie, they hooping.
Hold up. Shout out to James.
James Harden?
Nah, James, that's my dog. Orlando's the team.
He bet down that Orlando would do better than the Heat this season. Early of the season, he said they bet in the Heat, and they did.
Because
I
I said
bet it on Miami.
Orlando being better than the Heat this
Miami.
year.
You betted it?
yeah, I said
No, he bet the Heat was going to be better than Orlando.
Oh,
And then
James said Orlando better than the Heat.
and then and then my original thing was Houston was supposed to be better than Orlando, but
That's a heck.
Houston,
we ain't got to talk about that.
if Houston was
Houston's in the West.
If Houston was in the West, they'd be better than Miami.
I know that was the original thing. He was like, then you said what?
If Houston was in the East, they'd be better than Miami.
You said what?
Just not caught on
I
to that.
said if Houston was in the East, they'd be better than Miami.
They would be because they barely missed it by a game. Their record was better.
Record was better.
Miami wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
So you got Cleveland. You got Cleveland too.
Hold up.
I'm gonna go Cleveland. It's
Yeah,
just
Cleveland should win.
if you got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell,
I ain't gonna
both
hold you.
Twin Towers, and Max Strus, you straight.
Yeah, I guess I'm on the. I got Orlando.
You got Orlando. What? Why
Hey,
you got?
I got Orlando on 6.
Why you
Hey,
got Orlando?
they didn't split in this the season. They didn't split
Don't
the
care
season.
about the season.
So it's a possibility they can beat.
Care about game style,
I'm saying
playing,
possibility
moving.
They can beat them.
It's
I
going.
didn't say. I said don't sleep on them. They're young.
They're young, but I think they got what it takes. They
Cleveland
got the
should
first
win.
I'm
round.
gonna be honest. I feel like Orlando would have more of a I'm wanting to win than Cleveland would because Donovan
He doesn't
doesn't look like he want to be there.
And see, that's the point. That's the reason.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you playing for at that point? Are you playing to win? Or are you just playing for money? Like, nothing wrong with either one, but like, what's your drive to play it?
And see, I feel like
Why haven't y'all outperformed in the past?
I'm gonna say this. I feel like Donovan don't want to be there, and I feel like I just don't see the energy coming.
It's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland, but I feel like Orlando go want it more, and they want something to prove because they actually finished. What they finished fourth,
Yeah,
Yeah.
fifth. I think.
Yeah.
fifth.
Cleveland.
and they had a good season, so then they got something to prove. So yeah, I got Orlando.
Like I said, they just don't have experience for me to sit there and put them up there. Orlando doesn't have not a single player in the starting five.
I mean,
So I'm like, that's my
yeah,
one
yeah.
issue. So it's like when it comes to I'm getting scouted 4 times minimum, and you're young like that, you're gonna run the same. You're not gonna change up your game style.
Who's Cleveland got?
Darius Garland, Max
Don-
Strus,
Darius
Donovan
Garland,
Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen,
Don't they- don't they-
Harris LeVert's still there.
They got
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
they got Sharif Cooper.
No, he's
Reef
not.
is overseas.
He's in China.
I know. I'm just.
This guy,
I posted on my story. You probably.
yeah, he getting.
Yeah, 9 points. No, let me stop.
That's his
Somebody-
debut.
Somebody go from
You
Georgia.
gotta just real quick.
I told somebody he was going over. I told whoever. I
Yeah.
told people DM me and say, "Oh, DT, you just hated on Sharif." I said, "No, Sharif is not going to play in the NBA. He's going overseas. No, he gonna be getting on that starting lineup with the Cleveland." I said, "You believe it is what you want to see." Now y'all go look at it. He's overseas. I told you he was going overseas.
He's getting that bag for sure.
Yeah, he getting that bag, and then
Okay.
somebody one of the dudes. He got a fan out there because the kid had Sharif jersey. I said somebody bought a Sharif Cooper jersey. He sold one overseas.
Start
That's a
Ball
start.
out.
Huh?
ball out.
So we're gonna go to the next game. So you got Cleveland. You got Cleveland. How many games?
Experience. I'm going experience. I'm gonna take 6.
Yeah.
They still got youth, so I think Cleveland is 6.
I say Orlando and 6, possibly 7.
It's a 6-game
Orlando.
series for sure.
Okay, so we're gonna jump
Thanks.
to my Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers.
Oh,
And I'll jump on it. If we don't have Giannis this series,
I forgot
I'm gonna
y'all-
give it to the Pacers.
I forgot you don't even have Giannis.
I'm gonna give it to the Pacers.
I ain't gonna hold you. If you had Giannis, I still probably would go Pacers.
I'll give you okay, cool. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to say if this is what I'm saying, if we don't have Giannis half of it, the
Half
game.
You say half.
Let me tell you, let me say it like this. We have to get one of the first 2 games because we got both games at home. So we had to split the first 2.
for sure.
If we lose the first 2, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for sure.
Understood.
But we got to win one of the first 2 games. However, if we win both of the home games without Giannis, oh yeah, Pacers has no chance. They have
That's gonna be really hard. Just the fact that y'all have the firepower to keep up with the Pacers?
I think well, I'm gonna tell you what I can say. Dame has played a lot better without Giannis on the floor,
He's going to.
and I feel like he's going to turn it up. And I feel like, and I know I'm very critical of this guy, Bobby. Bobby has been turned up when Giannis not there. I gotta give him credit. I need Bobby to do is tone it down a little bit because Bobby likes to get texts. He likes to get. We don't need that right now. I do like the fact that we picked up Patrick Beverly, surprising me. Happy. You just see that.
You got a
two of the
Pat Beverly jersey?
I got Pat and Doc on my team. The two people I criticized more on Twitter over the last 2 years. Got both of them on.
I
the
mean,
team.
Pat Bev. But
I like the energy. So I feel like we still have opportunity to win this if we get Giannis back in the series. And if we don't, but we gotta win one of the first 2 games. I feel like we got a chance. If we don't win either one of 2 games, I don't care if Giannis come back, we're not going.
Pacers of 5.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then here's the one key factor for me. Dame can average 30. Tyrese can average 20. Difference is Tyrese can give you 15, 20 assists. Dame ain't getting you that. It's going to be 1 or 2 games max. Tyrese makes players better. Dame takes away from certain players. That's the reason why Portland never really got anywhere. You had decent players. You had the Jeremy Grant. You've had the Jusuf Nurkic. You've had the CJ. You don't make none of them better. Just as simple as that. And it's not saying they're bad players or they're good players. Just you don't make players better. You're a really good player to the point that scoring is effortlessly for you. If we need you into the games, you're there. Pacers, how are you going to outscore them? Even if you get 30 from Dame and you get 25 from Bobby, who else is going to score?
But you got Chris.
But Chris haven't been the same. Chris got to go this.
You might get 15, 20.
Chris
on a good night, 25. That's still 75 points.
Still not gonna be enough.
But I'm gonna tell you this. This is my thing. Is if you have noticed since they did this, made the trade, their points have dropped a lot because what's his name? Siakam is a ISO player. He's not. That's another. I really honestly don't think he fit their system. But
no, since I
liked it, got injured too.
I liked it, but the fact.
What's his name got injured? He's out for the season. What's his name?
For who?
On Pacers. What's the one they key guy?
Nembhard?
No. He's I think I just know he's
Miles Turner?
No, it's not Turner.
No, it's somebody. One of them. I know he out.
Jackson.
I can't remember. But one I can't remember. But somebody.
I'm gonna look at it. But yeah, personally, I'm like I don't see Bucks scoring enough on that team because Pacers they're a fast paced team. With Siakam, they are slower. However, that's still a great defender. Like if it's Bobby Portis versus Siakam, I'm taking Siakam. If it's anybody else on the Bucks team against Siakam, I'm taking Siakam. And when it comes to Dame and Tyrese, that's a matchup there. Giannis comes in, then we can have an argument. And I would probably change it from 5, but
my bad. Shout out to my boy Ben Shep.
No, and then a good play. But yeah, but I'm like my issue with the Bucks is number 1, Doc Rivers. Got no faith personally. Your resume doesn't prove anything, and you came in on a winning team.
No comment.
So winning team now have to change what they're doing to win more games because that's apparently what we need to do. And we don't see a direction. We don't finish out the season. So now we have to change mid-season. Now we're slowly getting into, okay, we think this is going to work, as you say. Oh, now Dame's scoring, and now Bobby's stepping. Yeah, he's going to because we done finally kind of got through all that. It's playoff time. You should already have that set in. You should already know if Giannis goes down, we know how to run. If this person goes down, we know how to run because you're playing these guys 40 minutes. If Giannis is gone, you got to pick up somebody else, play 40 minutes against another guy on the Pacers for 40 minutes. I don't think they're going to keep up.
So let's real quick, rapidly. So you said
Pacers in 5.
Pacers in 5, Pacers in 5?
It shouldn't go past. It shouldn't go past.
If Giannis come back, you still got it in 5?
If Giannis comes back, then that's what I see, probably 6.
I say 6. Pacers 6.
So you still get Pacers again.
Yeah. They don't have
if Giannis comes back soon because now we're talking about a guy who can play offense and defense and experience. I'm probably going to take the experience because Pacers don't have no experience really. Like I said, they got some players. But
so if Giannis come, let's say Giannis come back game 3, they 1-1.
Game 3, 1-1.
Like the series 1-1.
Oh.
Going back to Indy?
Yeah.
Going back to Indy?
Yeah.
I still.
It's gonna be tough in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Who's gonna stop Giannis? And if you're gonna double team, now that leaves opportunity
I genuinely
for
don't.
other Bucks players to
I
score
genuinely-
more wide open
I
points.
don't even think they're gonna try to stop Giannis. I think they're gonna let him do what he does.
I mean, my game plan:
Take everybody else out.
double team Dame, let everybody else try to figure it out. But like I said, Bucks, they're not a 3-point shooting threat like they used to be. I don't
Yeah.
think anymore. So it's like
They
with
still got-
that, it's like, huh?
They still got Jay Crowder too.
But I'm like, Pat Bev, okay, if you can drop 20, drop 20. I don't see it happening, wide open or not. No disrespect, Pat Bev, but I'm like, you're not a 20-point scorer.
On a consistent
So-
basis.
I'm
Without Giannis, Pacers in 5. With Giannis, I'm on the fence,
Pacers
but I might do Pacers in 7. I might.
no, I can't see Pacers winning Game 7 in Milwaukee. It'll be
I
hard.
still could. I still
I
could.
couldn't.
They
No,
still
not-
could. They could
it's
still,
hard.
they could still put up a clip. Milwaukee this year has been atrocious defensively. Atrocious.
They've been bad. And you're talking about the
Inside-
Well,
number one rate.
They haven't fought a lot. So they've been the lowest they ever got was 19th in defense. So I can't say they're
No,
atrocious.
they've been getting destroyed by the.
But no, but
Bucks.
they have never been ranked lower than 19th in defensive rating this whole season. So can't say atrocious because atrocious is in the
Well,
bottom on 5.
I'm gonna be in my biased opinion. Milwaukee has been atrocious this year. That's why they've been struggling so bad.
Atrocious and being the 3rd seed in the East can't be. That don't
They
make,
were
that
the-
don't make that don't make sense. No, what
I'm not
has
gonna
been
say
atrocious is Miami. But if I go without
No,
Giannis,
Golden State.
I'm gonna go with if
That's
I
true.
without Giannis, I'm gonna say Pacers got to win on their floor. So I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be in 6. We will get to if Giannis come back. I would have the Bucks. If they come back, like I said, 1-1, and he come back in game on 3, I give him either 6 or 7. I turn around, and give it to the
Bucks
Bucks.
just don't do good against young teams that can run.
But we shall see. Okay, let's jump to the
Which one? You got the
Lord have
Thunder.
mercy.
I mean, Thunder,
New York Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers.
Knicks. Nah, they ain't got no Julius.
They ain't got Julius.
No.
Joel Embiid getting 15, 20 free throws a game.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be.
It's not even just you.
That's probably gonna. Because I mean,
There's
what you going?
no- there's
You got
no-
Jalen Brunson,
There's
cool.
no argument.
But I mean, Knicks never show no promise, and
There's no argument.
even
Tom
when y'all
Thibodeau-
had a decent
Tom
matchup.
Thibodeau playing them 50 minutes in a 40-minute
No,
game.
see that's the thing. Tom Thibodeau been playing them 50 minutes.
I
They
know. I say
tired.
that's what I'm saying. They played a 50 minutes in a
Tired.
40-minute game.
Tom Thibodeau playing like an AAU game.
Yeah,
You don't come out the game. Keep your best players in there.
Now, I
But
got-
it's working. It's working because I mean,
it's working to be
players are injured.
mediocre for your whole life. I mean, your whole career.
Players injured.
I don't know if they mediocre because
They made it to the playoffs almost every year.
Brunson
OG, is
killing.
OG back?
Yeah,
Is
he
OG back?
Yeah, he
OG
back.
should be back.
Yeah, he back. He was in the last few
I feel like
games.
this. If Brunson's dropping 40, I think New York wins.
40 is crazy.
So who's stopping Joel?
Yeah, nobody
I
stopped.
didn't bring up Joel.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, Joe, I said Joel go shoot 15, 20 free throws a game.
I'm
Who got Isaiah Hartenstein?
Who's stopping Tyrese?
Nobody.
Tyrese has been going out.
Your best bet is let them go.
Actually, OG would have to guard Tyrese at that point.
Or you can go Josh Hart.
But,
They have
he ain't-
options.
He ain't stopping.
New York is a defensive team. Don't act like they're not. Like if you look defensively wise, the
Yeah, but
ratings,
it's just-
they're a really good defensive team.
Who has a better coach? Who has a better coach?
Between
It's tough.
between
Personally,
Philly-
Nick Nurse.
No, Nick Nurse. He's not a bad coach.
Tom Thibodeau has only done well when he had a good.
I'm
point
gonna be honest.
He was-
I go with Tibbs. I like
guard. You
Tibbs.
think Tibbs a better
I
coach?
like Tibbs.
When has he done?
What has he
I like- I like-
He's won?
Hold up, without
No,
without,
he ain't
yeah,
no. I just like Tibbs.
without a good point guard. What has he done?
He has turned New York around.
Into what? Mediocre?
No, they're the second seed in the East, dude.
So
They're not mediocre.
Oh,
They're
bro.
far from mediocre.
this is
Oh.
the one time that they've been in the top 5.
He got a nice squad. He did
Oh,
nothing
brother.
mediocre. I got to disagree with y'all. He
Oh,
nothing-
brother.
No, I'm
nothing.
saying, okay, you get Derrick Rose where your career pops off. You do wait. You go to another team, you do absolutely trash. You
Hold
go
on.
to
Who
Minnesota.
did he have with
Hold on,
D-Rose?
hold on.
Who did he have with
We
D-Rose?
can't go back up. We
No, I'm
ain't
saying,
on
I'm just-
time, y'all. We're on time. So
These Tom Thibodeau teams have been loaded.
Huh?
Tom Thibodeau teams have been
I'm not
loaded.
gonna say loaded. They have to have good point guards.
And-
His
they've
his
been
play style
loaded.
revolves around point guards.
LeBron teams lately has been loaded, but look what LeBron has done.
I already said we're not going to go there. But it's like this: Tom Thibodeau teams have been loaded. I think Nick
I
Nurse.
don't know about
So-
loaded. but
So real quick, let's just get to real. So let's
Philly
jump.
and- I say Philly.
Philly should win.
In what?
Let's say 6. It
Okay.
should be
So
a 5
So
game
y'all
series.
say Philly go win at home. Okay, I got New York Knicks. I got number 7.
I can't argue that.
I got number 7.
I still don't like Philly.
I think number 2 reason why I think Joel gonna go down in the series.
If that happens,
Because Joel didn't
Well,
look the
that's
same.
different.
Like.
That's different.
I feel about that.
If we're gonna add injury into it,
I feel like he's going to. It's going to happen. That's why I say I got New York Knicks.
I don't really see it because I'm like, what? Who's banging with him?
Isaiah Hartenstein,
He flops.
Jericho Sims.
He flops, man. He flops. He always. Did you see the video he sent?
No.
The video you sent us in the group chat
With Joel.
when Joel flops.
I'm
I'm just, come on. He gonna fall and hit his knee. He gonna be done.
These are the free throw line.
So I'm just saying.
It's okay.
So
Still,
we might, you know, we could get
I
this.
think Philly's bench is too deep on scoring. to
Okay,
let them.
let's put it like this. So we're gonna jump to the last game.
Hold on.
Boston. We're on time.
Go ahead.
Boston versus Chicago. If it happens, it's a sweep. I don't know. I
There's
got
no team. If Miami's not there with a healthy Jimmy Butler, there's no team in the East that will beat Boston.
I don't know. Because they can shoot themselves out the game. That's one thing they known for doing, shooting themselves out the
No
game.
playoffs.
And then
With Kristaps, Andrew, that's not.
I'm gonna tell
going
you,
to happen.
y'all gonna look at me crazy. If
Boston.
by chance
Mhm.
Giannis can come back, Milwaukee don't want to get him here. Because Milwaukee the only one that get. And look at the season. Look at the season.
Mhm.
Milwaukee the only one that have given them hell this past season.
Season games are practice games.
No, not for them. No.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
No.
Hold on, I'm telling you. Season games are practice games. It allows you to evaluate your new group to see how they match up with the other teams. That's why you play them twice. You're
They
playing
playing them
ball-
4.
No, I'm saying minimum. You play minimum all teams
Yeah.
twice. You're playing them 4 games, up to 7. You adding Kristaps and Drew Holiday to that roster?
Hold on. Do it. Wait.
I don't
hold on,
know.
Real quick. So you're saying the season shows you what's going to happen. They give him out, right?
Well, we can't talk about it. We time.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking
about
about what you just said.
What?
You talking about the season?
I said between them two. Between
Milwaukee ain't gonna make it that far then.
I'm not going. You can't say you don't know that. You can't
because
say
because Pacers just beat them 5-1 in the series this season.
I don't mean that. Well, hold on, real quick.
Did you
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. The different. Let me explain to you real quick.
Okay.
The playoffs and the regular season are different animals. Correct. Y'all said that correct.
That's it.
Is that correct?
Correct.
But Boston's always had issues when they played against Milwaukee. It's been like
They still
that.
beat
No, because even the last year when they not last
They
year,
didn't
because they didn't
play
play last year. The year before that, the only reason why the Boston beat them is because Chris went down. We was going to win that series again. Then they went against they went up against Golden State and Golden State won it. The year before that, we beat them. So they always have trouble against them. And my issue with Boston, and a lot of people say out here on NBA radio, they shoot too many threes, and if their threes not dropping, they still shoot them more. They don't stop shooting. That's their problem. And that's what what's his name, Light. To Coach Light. He wants them to. He told him he want them to shoot at least 53s a game. Yeah, that's how you go lose yourself. Y'all ain't going to say war.
To me, the problem with Boston was your superstar can't go left.
You said what?
Your superstar can't go left, and they know how to guard him.
Who, Giannis? I mean,
For Boston,
oh,
your
for Boston.
superstar cannot go left, and they know how to guard you.
I mean, the league can't go left.
So hold on.
It ain't that bad. You touch it's like the video. You touch the
You
left
don't,
hand.
you don't drop 30 and say it's that bad. Come on.
What you mean?
So
Go ahead.
I say Boston and
whoever they go against. Where they going
but
against?
Going to
if they go against Miami, I'm going Boston.
Yeah, I mean,
If they going to Chicago, you going for Chicago?
Boston.
How many games?
Against Chicago, 4. That should be a sweep. There's no
If
excuse.
it's Miami, what?
If it's Miami, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. If Jimmy's
Yeah.
in. If Jimmy's in.
I think Miami can steal a game.
If Jimmy's in, 5-6. If Jimmy's out, 5.
Let me hear from this one. So if Miami,
I think Miami. I think Miami can steal a game at least.
oh, they still a game. Oh, so you don't think they can win?
Without Jimmy, realistically, no. Because the defensive power, like what he
Yeah,
does,
Jimmy is just
Let me
wow.
ask you a question. If they could get game 1 in Boston
that
without
don't,
Jimmy, what
that
would
don't
you
change
change?
nothing.
That don't change nothing.
Like I said, at that point, if Terry's not there and Jimmy's not there, no. If Terry's there, I want to see
He
what
gave
happens.
up a lot for Terry, so it's like if
Like I said, because he's a starting point guard. He hasn't been there. So
I'm gonna say if it's Chicago, in 4. If it's Miami without Jimmy,
5 at minimum.
without
That's
Jimmy, I'm gonna say 6 because I think y'all can get both Miami games. I think y'all get both home games. So I would say 6.
Boston's gonna flop one of those games.
If if it would that without Jimmy. If Jimmy comes back and Jimmy's half of what he been throughout the season,
Miami win.
Half,
I'm
no.
I mean,
If Jimmy just comes to the playoffs,
no, I think
Jimmy
y'all
gonna do
take, I think y'all got possibly.
I said I'm not. I said I've iterated this entire time. Just looking at the East in general. For Miami, there's not a team in the East that would honestly worry me in a 7-game series, just as far as them playing each other.
My biggest issue, I think, last year is Miami ran zone. Robert Williams didn't know how to run in the post off the 2-3, and Al Horford is too goddamn slow. Replace Robert Williams, put him there, take Al Horford out, put Drew Holiday. How you gonna guard Chris? Who's gonna guard
Their
Chris?
bench is not the same though.
Who's gonna guard? Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Their
Good
bench
luck.
is not the same.
So let's jump to the West because I know we're on time crunch. So we're gonna start at the top because we got the OKC. They go either go against the Pelicans or Sacramento. I'm gonna be honest. SGA go off. I got them winning either one. No matter. I don't know it's gonna be a sweep. I don't think it'll be a sweep. Unless if Zion's not there,
OKC.
I got OKC in four.
If
Zion's
Malik
out.
Monk comes back, I could see Kings potentially beating Thunder. I promise you.
Yeah, they got more experience. I give them they got more, but I still got
They got fire in them.
I got OKC still winning both games. I got OKC. I say
OKC's deep.
if they going against the Pelicans, it's going to probably be a sweep, or they may get one. If it's against the Sacramento Kings, they're gonna go probably 6.
Like some things for me just don't change. Healthy teams usually, like we had this argument. Healthy teams usually go number one.
Mhm.
They did that. They were healthy. Experienced teams don't typically go far. I mean, unexperienced teams typically don't go far in the playoffs. It's history. History, they just don't. Somebody's gonna meet them. They're gonna be like, we want. Not saying we want it more than you, but we understand what it takes to get there. Y'all don't have no idea. You're thinking it's a regular season game, and you're just playing 4 games to get there. So you're gonna play even harder. But it's like it's a different level in the playoffs. Because after a while, De'Aaron Fox is one of the best mid-range shooters in there. Like you gonna put Shy there, but when it comes off a screen, where it's like, okay, Shy, you're really good defense. Do it off the screen. Now we got Sabonis, big as all get out, can do that, and you got a row. Chet, you got to help off of that. We got Malik Monk in the corner. Like the game is a lot different and it's a lot slowed down than it is in the regular season, which Thunder don't slow down their game. That's one of the biggest problems that I see this year. They don't know how to slow down their game. It's fast-paced. We're young. We're going to run. We're going to gun. Cool. That's not going to help you in the playoffs. It typically don't. The game has to be played slow. The game is meant to be played slow. Not OKC. Sacramento, they showed you against the Warriors. We learned y'all. We know how to play slow, and we're going to kill y'all slowly. And they sure enough did. And I see that potentially happen with if they mess around with Thunder. Thunder ain't got the same coach that Bulls had. He ain't there no more. They got that new coach.
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan, he knew how to play the game slow when he had Chris Paul, and they still made it to the playoffs and gave Houston hell. They ain't got that same coach. I don't know how this coach is going to be in the playoffs. And this is the first time they're really in the playoffs with a healthy squad. We'll see. OKC, I see potentially winning 6 or 7. I don't really see them sweeping. I don't really see a 5-game series. It's either 6 or 7 for either one. And Kings would be the only one I entertain in beating the Thunder.
Okay. You said OKC. So here go the big matchup. We got Denver Nuggets versus the
Denver.
Los Angeles Lakers. How you gonna go against your boy?
He pick a different person to be their boys every day of the week. Next. Next. I love LeBron.
How you gonna go against your
Next.
twin AD? Come on, man.
Crazy.
Denver
Sure, you're
next.
not telling
Denver next.
No, I always thought everybody said Jason Tatum with you. I always thought AD. I always thought AD was your twin.
Denver next.
So hold on.
In
So
6.
that's it. How many you think Denver got?
we're not just gonna skip past that.
No, I always thought AD was your twin. I always said it to myself. I say it wasn't.
He said
Everybody
that.
said Jason Tatum. I never thought. I thought AD. I was at AD.
That's crazy. It's gotta be the lack of game. He couldn't even say nothing. He couldn't even say nothing. He couldn't even say nothing. He couldn't even say nothing.
Oh, damn.
All right, man.
He had the best season. Damn, just didn't come through. Yeah. The damn said I picked the best ball guy since I got injured.
Hey, what you trying to say, bro?
Um,
What you trying to say,
I
bro?
say you need to be in the league, my boy. Show Anthony Davis up.
You probably play more games than him. So who you got?
He
You
played
said the Lakers?
70 games.
Yeah, the Lakers. It's the most he played in a long time too. He ain't nothing like
Hey,
that.
he said
Hey,
his
hey,
main goal was to play
hey.
games, and guess what? He did it.
Next year he ain't gonna do this. Go back to his old ways next year.
You gonna be on Stephen A's side when he bets? Shannon Sharp.
I don't know who they are.
Oh, okay.
Who you got? Who you say you
I
got?
already said I got Denver.
Yeah, how many?
5.
Number 6.
I got Denver
Honestly.
probably 4 or 5.
They ain't gonna be sweet.
It may be. Nah.
They gonna think they doing something.
Last time they had to
D'Angelo
play,
Russell.
Nah.
the Lakers when they already played Warriors.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Memphis.
If the first 2 games go easily for Denver, it's a sweep.
Yeah,
Nah,
Lakers gonna sweep one out. They gonna get one out.
They're gonna get one. I think they're gonna get one this year. They ain't gonna go out like
The only way they gonna get one, Jokic sit down for the whole fourth quarter and say, you know what, I want to take a break.
No,
they got it.
D'Angelo Russell has 30, 25, 30.
Nah,
He was
he
non-void.
he not gonna show up. Why he ain't gonna show up in the playoffs? I guarantee he ain't gonna show up in the playoffs.
You gonna have one game where he has 25, 30. That's the game they gonna win.
We'll see. I say 4 or 5. I say 5. I give him 1. I give him 1. I say 5.
I think 5 or 6.
Okay, so we got I about to say your Phoenix Suns. Never mind. Phoenix Suns versus
He naming
Minnesota.
everything but the teams. he
Minnesota.
like.
I know. Minnesota versus the
And
Phoenix
4.
Suns. You said who?
Minnesota and 4.
Minnesota 4.
Yep.
Sweet.
Against Phoenix.
With the
What?
Bulls? Did you know they haven't won against Phoenix?
Are you
yet?
crazy?
Okay.
Minnesota and 4. Watch the change. Watch the change up. Watch the change up. Watch.
I ain't got my BS buns over here.
Minnesota and 4.
I'm not even saying that next.
Minnesota and 4.
I ain't gonna go there.
Minnesota and 4.
You want to bet on that?
Minnesota and
You
4.
want to bet on that?
We'll bet on that. Minnesota and 4.
Minnesota 4.
DT, you want to bet on that?
Not because I think
Push-ups? What you wanna do,
no, 'cause
push-ups?
I'm
We do 5. I'll do
'cause
5.
I said I got. I
You talking
got
5?
Phoenix.
Minnesota and
I
5.
got
That's what I'm saying.
Phoenix.
You want to bet on that?
I got
Minnesota and 5. How
I
about that?
got Phoenix and 6.
That's what I'm saying.
Minnesota and 5.
I got Minnesota. and
They
6.
don't have enough for a series. With no Carl Towns, they don't have enough for a
I
series.
thought he's back. He's not back yet.
Yeah, I thought he comes back this
He
first
back.
game. Yeah.
He's back?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's back.
What you talking about?
I didn't know he was back. I thought he was out. Oh,
But
No.
you know what I heard they're gonna do?
what's
Man,
that?
KD at the 5. And they said they made
Minnesota and 4.
they said they make
Now trouble. Minnesota and 4. He's
they
not
said
guarding
they
him.
bring Rudy Gobert out. Rudy Gobert can't defend the
They don't play Rudy Gobert the last 10 minutes of the game.
Like Ant said. Yeah, they got KD. We got Jay McDaniels. Minnesota and 5.
Make up your mind. You went from 4 to 5, 5 to 4.
If they move KD to the 5, Minnesota and 4. If they play regular, Minnesota and 5.
Nah, they moved KD to 5. Who guarding KD? Who's on that team guarding KD?
No one can ever guard KD on any team. What do you?
Okay.
What that's got nothing to do with it.
LeBron can.
Like did he?
LeBron can.
Okay. Next,
So who you got in the game?
you said Phoenix in 6.
I said Phoenix 6. What
Oh.
you say?
I said the same thing.
Okay. What was that?
I said I think he said the same thing.
I like Ant. Ant,
just-
guy. Ant one of my favorite players. He probably my
I
top
didn't
5
say
favorite
that. I
players.
said, it's gonna be a hell of a series though.
Ant's one of my top.
Minnesota 5, baby.
He's my top 5, but I just don't see him.
Minnesota.
Okay.
What?
Minnesota and 5.
Me so fun? What?
So
That's crazy.
the last game, which will probably be the most exciting one, they're gonna be
Exciting.
very interesting
Exciting.
because your favorite players on this team.
Mhm.
And I already know who you put. Dallas versus
Foe.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Clippers.
Foe.
That's a 7
They
game
going
series.
straight Wendy's.
That's a 7-game series.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about
They
fun.
going straight Wendy's. 4 for 4.
Yeah.
4 for 4.
Yeah.
4 for 4. This one, I'm not.
Ladies
Oh,
and
bro.
gentlemen.
Roach.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a drug test. Okay.
4 for
Man,
4.
he off something. He off the dog water over
4
there.
for 4. Hey, motherfucker, Kawhi can't even make it on the guy.
You said
4 for 4.
you forgot one finger.
Don't worry about that finger, 'cause that's the
You
chip
forgot
finger.
one finger.
All right,
You says the what?
that's the chip finger.
So
What?
sweet.
Oh,
So you trying to say?
Why can't he make it on the Team USA? I want to hear 4.
So you trying to say that they have no?
4. Yeah, whatever you gotta say. I'm just here so I don't get fined because they getting 4 for 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not serious about these
I'm
last
serious.
two.
4.
He would not.
Oh.
Bet, he would not bet that. He would not bet money on
Oh,
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you one question, real quick. Is Kyrie gonna play all the game, or is he
Yes.
gonna take a break?
yes.
But you know, Kyrie like take days off.
Well, he's Muslim, so yeah, I would assume if it's during the time he needs to, yeah,
that.
he's got to.
Ramadan.
So he
Past that,
so
bro.
what- so he
So
probably
he should play.
no.
He didn't play.
No,
The last time he went to the playoffs, he didn't play.
no.
Simply because of Ramadan.
Sometimes he pulled a Jimmy Butler just take it off.
He didn't pull no dang playoffs. He ain't never done that. The only time he's ever took off was during the Ramadan when he was
It
with
probably
the,
AU
with the
game
Brooklyn
going
Nets.
on.
That's it.
It might be AU's game going. He want
Y'all
to go
keep
watch.
on playing my boy, and guess what? They one of the best duos. Luca, GOAT. I don't care what
Eight-
y'all say.
18-2 the
Go.
last 20 games.
Luca, hold on, Luca, go.
GOAT,
You like goat meat?
GOAT.
Hey,
He eat goat
yo.
meat?
Hey,
Gyro.
yo.
He said goat. He like goat meat. I don't know.
He-
He don't know.
Hey, yo.
Goat.
GOAT. I ain't never seen a man break down basketball. If you want to learn how to play basketball, watch Luke. It's the simplest form of basketball. You can't make it any
If
Hold
you
simpler.
up,
want to
hold up,
watch,
hold up.
you want to know how to
The
play basketball.
The simplest form of basketball, Matthew Jokic.
No, if you want to learn how to play
That's a
basketball,
big that does
you
typically
you
doesn't
watch
do that.
LeBron.
He's slow. He's a guard.
LeBron, goat.
LeBron still is the GOAT. He the GOAT. That GOAT James. That's different.
All right, bro. Y'all sound like Shannon Sharp.
He
I'm just
GOAT
saying,
James.
you know, I'm over here.
But
Y'all sound like
Luca,
Shannon Sharp.
that's a GOAT. He's my GOAT. You only make that by playing
He's
pure
his
basketball.
goat. He's your goat.
Let me ask you a question. If Dallas was going against Denver in the first round, you would give it to Dallas.
No,
Dallas and Denver in first round.
They were going against
That's a
Denver.
hell of a
it's
matchup.
a 7-game series.
That's a 7-game. In my book, that's a 7-game series.
It's six.
Because
six
simple
minimum-
being
six at
is
minimum. 7-game series. Yeah.
Dallas don't even have the team genetic makeups like Denver does, and they got a person that plays just like Luka. Kyrie, I mean, yeah, he's got his moments, but
you just got two people that nobody wants to see in the playoffs.
Okay, so real quick, so we short for time. So real quick, let
7
me
seconds ago.
no, give me your who you think? Just give me your prediction. Who you think going to the NBA final? Just give me your
On the East,
Boston.
Boston. No one
No
believes
healthy
it, but you gotta say it
Yeah.
because there's no one that like they have the best makeup
That are-
with no information out there. They have the best. So Boston. When it comes to the West, I still have to go with defending champions. I don't really see nobody stopping. They have an easier road. Denver. I see Boston versus Denver on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just with no information.
I said with me, with no healthy Jimmy Butler or Terry Rozier, I don't see anybody else ever even
Bam's
having
by
a
himself.
chance.
I'm just being honest. Bam's not though.
I don't see anybody. I mean, no, Caleb's there.
Caleb does produce.
He does.
I don't know what happened
against
yesterday.
Boston. Against Boston, he does well.
He had his moment. He had his
You know what
one
I'm saying?
moment.
Somebody, I guess, is playing against Boston. He does well. So this
I mean, he just
is gonna be interesting. We match up. I said we match up to them. Cool. We'll see what happens. We'll see what flies. Anything can fly.
Yeah, because if the Heat does beat Boston, it's like I'm not gonna be surprised because they
Do it.
not just they do it. Boston has moments where I think Joe Mazzulla is a trash coach. Just gonna say it. You do not. Your play set is I'm going to let Jason Tatum have the ball in his hands all the time, or Jaylen Brown. No, especially at the end of the games when you know everybody's targeting them. No, you got help now. It's no excuse.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and this is just hypothetical. Who would be the worst two teams to come out of conference to make it to the NBA?
Orlando. I'm just going to say it. Orlando. If they come out,
Atlanta versus
no. If the Bulls, because that don't even make no sense. If the Bulls come out somehow, some way,
I was about to say
that would make
Bull
no sense.
versus who?
Oh gosh.
Bull versus the Pelicans.
no.
That'd be horrible.
Bro, you're gonna be mad at me,
Terrible.
bro. You're gonna be mad at me. The Lakers.
Bulls versus Lakers. Oh, they're not gonna get no respect.
LeBron gonna play the second.
No, because see the thing is, if the Lakers make it, they went through a hell of a road to get there. Bulls went through a hell of a road, but it's like they don't respect that hell of a
The
road
Lakers
compared to the
made
Lakers.
that. I ain't gonna hold you. There's probably some injuries. They're not.
That's the only way we can depict it, like because it wouldn't make sense. Like that's a lot to beat. A lot.
Who is your dark horse?
Miami.
Sleeper is
Yeah.
Thunder.
Huh?
Is
Thunder.
Thunder.
Who's your dark horse?
I would say for the East,
Miami for me.
Cleveland. That'd be my dark horse for the East.
They'll get beat.
Mine be Pacers.
I said that.
They just don't have the
my dark
experience.
I did- I
They don't
did
have
say
the
that too.
experience for me.
I said
Like,
because they
points
could
after-
put up a clip though. It
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
matter if you could put up a clip on a consistent basis.
How many teams have we seen try to replicate the Golden State Warriors and they
They're
have
not
all
even
these
replicating the
points?
Golden State
Oh,
Warriors.
that's kind of they're passing. They're pass first team. Don't play good defense. They run the score up. You can hit a 2. We can hit the 3. That's their game style. How many teams can replicate and still pull out the word? No, because you need defense. You guys don't really play great defense. Let's just be honest. There's a reason why y'all lose some games because simply if the ball ain't dropping, y'all getting stopped.
That's it. They're a dark horse.
You need to be hot.
My dark horse in the West is probably the Suns because I don't see them going up.
They don't play no damn defense.
That's why I said that'd be my dark horse. I think if KD's on and Devin Booker's on, we should see.
Yeah, I give it.
I mean, it's a couple
The East,
teams.
I would say, I definitely say the.
I can't argue the Pacers. I would have said Miami first, but I mean, at this point with Nugent Butler, I'm gonna take Miami over Indiana.
For the West, that's tricky. Because Lakers is like, yeah, that would be the dark horse, to be honest. Because it's like, I don't expect them to beat Denver, and if they do somehow beat Denver, it's like wasn't expecting.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah, that'd be my
That's
first.
got to
thing.
be.
Then you beat
full
them, it's like,
analysis.
okay, well, after you beat them, it's like
That's their biggest target.
that's your number one. Like, because you still can't stop LeBron AD. I don't know if people watch basketball. You can't stop LeBron. Only misses when he wants to. Like, it's just he just gonna miss because he missed. But if he want to go get a bucket, there's nothing you could do about it. If AD wants to go get a bucket, there's nothing you could do about it. You could try double teaming. You can try to put into zone. Nothing's gonna happen. And LeBron's passing is still top tier. He can make other players better. So I'll say Lakers for the West.
Dark horse?
For the dark horse, you see them winning.
Huh?
You see them winning. So if they win,
That's why I said Phoenix. I don't see them winning. That's why I got Phoenix as my
that
dark.
Phoenix got at least got straight offense. If somebody ain't scoring, shit, Phoenix will blow them out the water.
Right.
But if they score a little bit, Phoenix goodbye. Minnesota in 4.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate y'all stopping by DT Studios for the DT That's the show. Good
throwing
that
up the
the
four-
Four Horsemen. Yeah, we know the Four Horsemen. We know Ric Flair, R. Anderson. We know all that. That's the four. That's the four. He throwing the Four Horsemen.
Four is for LUKA.
Oh,
L.
LUKA.
So Luca.
there's an LUKH. I'm like, who's LUKH?
GOAT. 4 for 4 Wendy's.
Jason Tatum is not in the West. You said the GOAT.
Nobody's talking about no Jason Tatum. Get that.
His other twin.
My Jason Statham. What the?
Can I put you on the spot again, D? DT, can I put
He
you on
said,
the spot?
another
Cooper.
basketball take.
Under the Cooper. I already know how to pronounce it. Don't even do it. I already know what you got to ask.
My brethren.
I already know. No, Mugo got it. I knew exactly what you
Wait, what happened?
You had me to say Giannis last night under Cooper.
Look what I text Chris.
Oh,
I
Look
knew.
what I text Chris.
I knew we gonna say. I knew we were gonna say.
He said it before outside of
I was waiting for him.
I
I was
forgot
waiting
you-
for him to do this.
This is a third player. He can't pronounce his last name.
So that I mean, like, I couldn't put that. So he give me. I call him Giannis.
Can you spell it?
No, I can't. You can't. You spell it.
Yeah,
You looked it up.
I can't even spell that.
Okay.
This motherfucker spelled
Like I call Jordan. I don't
No, you spelled it right. You spelled it right.
Call.
There's an M for the
Goat.
M.
Call him Goat. But anyway, hey, we
Luka?
gotta no.
You said go.
No. We talking about Jordan. That's the real goat. I ain't well.
Ho, ladies and gentlemen, that is a one heck of a show. Cause I'm gonna have to.
Hey, y'all yelling the mic.
Garbage. We done with the
Now I got to fix the sound now because y'all don't yelled in the microphone. So now
We done with the night.
hey, don't hate on the 90s because of the 90s is the reason.
hating
why
on the
today's
90s?
night. This one over here.
You said what? I said what?
No.
You
Hey,
said
we
no,
gotta
no,
wrap
no.
up
You
show.
said
We're
this.
over hour. We're going over hour. So now my Instagram live is not going to show. It's going to drop because you know my Instagram live on do an hour of the show now.
Got 50 cents. Go.
So, real quick, this is your boy DT here on DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. This is my boy KDH to my right, which is your left, and to my left is Roach, which is your right. Thank you for being on the show. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back again. I'm inviting back out, put the 4 down because we know that the Bucks are going to win in 4. Or the Bucks are going to win in the 4. Now sit your ass down here and stuff like that. I see y'all. Hey, you just can't invite another on my place.
When his voice got high pitched, you
on
lying.
the next show.
When his
With your
voice
boy
got high
DT.
pitched.
I really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media. You know what it is. DT, Unfiltered, Uncensored. So Twitter, everything, follow me. Subscribe to my channel you watch on YouTube. More content coming soon. It's your boy DT.
It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT, Unfiltered, Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time. Damn. DT.